Let's go below. It's the most fantastic pilot house vessel I've ever been in. We can do watch from here and have great visibility. Radio and stereo, single sideband up here. It is awfully nice to be able to come here though, to have lunch, or even to steer from inside.
Crab cakes and salmon cakes.
All right.
Really good.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome. Guess what?
I'm gonna go check in with the outdoors. I've stood in the rain a lot of times. I'm not going to right now.
Lynn
Straight.
from Chatham Strait.
And didn't we go
And no
down
one's
the
going
icy?
straight.
Didn't
Wait,
we
you
go
go
down the
after me?
icy strait?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going this. Hi.
Go.
Didn't we go down the icy strait?
We came out of
Yes.
Icy Strait when
I
we
would
left Tuna.
take from here.
Matata.
Got it figured out?
Yeah, I think so. Going out a little ways. Like, avoid all the rocks.
Good plan. We're doing 6 plus or minus. There must be some tide. And we won't go this way all the way. But oh yeah. Extra wide, but plenty long. Sarah's sleeping off watch. Or Sarah's gonna have a couple hours of sleep now. These are little electric defrosters that really work. We used them when we were in Alaska. never tried it. It does get power. There are no veneers here. It's all solid wood. With the exception of these doors, these lids, every other floorboard is locked in, keyed as you would want for an offshore boat, or screwed. And you can see the quality of the craftsmanship. There is some evidence of the boat's age, of course, but generally the wood is amazing shape. It's repaired with epoxy. These courtesy lights are pretty cool. The attachment on this one is broken, so we just hold it up with Velcro or drop it down. Visibility is fine for doing watch and steering below. Try and find another boat that has these little water shedders on the beautiful stainless porthole windows. It's all in very good condition. Back in the aft stateroom, the table, which is nicely set up for charts. Provides room to get in and out, lots of nice storage. This is the aft stateroom. This is diesel heater, so you can put clothes in here, foulies, and they will dry. The boat also has a reverse cycle heat pump style heater cooler with 2 zones. While it is a compact double, there is definitely room for a couple to sleep back here. Recognizing that that's the cockpit part, and usually the smaller person's on the inside. There's a tremendous amount of storage like everywhere else on the boat. Designed for long-term cruising or living aboard. Also, this is a brand new custom-made mattress designed to fit the space with the honeycomb plastic to keep the mattress off the deck, and then there's a lot more storage below. As well as some of the mechanical. It's all very clean and dry. To the lower port there, that's another heat duct. Keeps the cabin warm, as well as a fan. There's fans all over the place. a few dings just as is apt for a boat from 2004. This is the cushion that fits down in this double the size of the settee. The table folds out and makes for a beautiful place for dining or cocktails, and then it drops down to make this Pilothouse bunk extra wide. No one's ever complained who've slept up here, and I've slept up here plenty. Well, this may not look very big when you open it up to make it wide enough. And believe me, this was the popular sea berth in the big waves. I am 6.5 feet tall, and this bunk is longer than I. And we have lee cloths here to hold you into this wonderful sea berth in the center of the boat. Of course, all the fire extinguishers are up to date. We had a U.S. Coast Guard Power Squadron came in and made sure everything was all set. This, by the way, is the table for this lower den. Everything is secured with first-class hardware. This is how we open up this table. Which is wonderful as a secondary place for dining or doing work with your laptop. And again, you can see the quality of the wood and workmanship. Plenty of ventilation. Another fire extinguisher up forward, and from a storage and safety perspective, this is a wonderfully built pneumatic brace. Charts in here, fuel polishing system, ditch bag complete with a brand new EPIRB and a radio, a portable VHF radio that has the international MMSI numbers associated with the boat. And obviously good for storage, but easy to get to the mechanical systems below, such as through hulls, a fuel polishing system really sets apart a bluewater long distance cruising boat. We've not used the fuel polishing system. We did have all the fuel polished when we bought the boat, and had the forward tank vacuumed out and cleaned. Bosun's chair and so forth. The boat includes covers for these port lights for both making it easier to sleep in and also to protect the wood a bit. You won't ever find a more beautiful forward cabin. Again, with abundant storage for long-term cruising and living aboard. All solid wood. You don't see trim like this on your average Beneteau, Jeanneau, Hunter, Catalina, etc. The hardware is all first class. The wood. This kind of craftsmanship is what makes this a $300,000 boat. Catalina just had threaded plastics to close off the bottom of the dorades to keep the airflow down. These, of course, are, this is on the port side. All the latches lock positively. There's an entrance to the head here. We don't usually use this side. We usually come in here. But I can open this up and then get through here. Plenty of secure storage. All the mechanical controls, which I've labeled. The boat is really well designed and built. That's the sink through hull, which we generally close when we're sailing, so water doesn't bubble up into the sink. We replaced these hoses in 2022 or 2023, all the black water hoses. I kept toiletries or first aid or whatever you wish right above the head. Again, you can see the quality of the wood and quality of the hardware. We replaced the hose and the fixtures in the head sink, shower, and galley. And we also put in a new water filter, which is wonderful, makes the boat water easy to drink. We also replaced this foot pump, which is what serves the filtered water to the galley sink right here. Coming down into the galley steps area, we just have our tools and safety gear, as well as all the boat's records for every system, including the original plans. Ever trying to figure out the plumbing, where the through holes are, where the water tanks are, where all the electrical systems are. This is the kind of thing that ought to be on every boat, but is included on a Cabo Rico 42 that you won't find in your typical vessel. These won't open unless you lift them up. Everything locks in. This method or the latch method. So we keep bowls, plates. In addition to the top access, this refrigerator has a side access where we keep beverages, so it's real quick to get access to something you might want to drink. Beautiful mast wrap. Don't see this on a typical boat with all the wiring coming through. All the systems are top of the line. Well engineered, well marked, well maintained. And with the electrical diagrams that come with the boat, you can understand every element and every system. Note the previous owner disabled the engine controls down here in the pilot house. We never needed them. If we need to, we can steer from down here, but we've never tried to dock the boat or adjust throttle. There's information about here for a generator which was inoperative when we bought the boat, and we haven't replaced it, so all this is essentially idle. Fuel system, forward tank, stern tank, water, and of course we can fill up with a hose or use the water maker, but I have pickled the water maker because we won't be using it for a while. This is the canvas that covers the tow rail if you're off the boat or for the winter. This is where some magic happens, because beneath this seating area is a shop for spare parts and tools. Remove the cushions as 2 compartments. One, we have some safety gear and a collision mat. How many boats are this well equipped? That even include a safe. And in here we have spare parts. Actually, there's a satellite phone we'll leave with the boat. This is where the wind generator manual brake can be switched on. There's even a fully functional trash compactor, great for condensing garbage and in particular crushing and holding onto your plastics. If you made it this far in the video, I assume you're very interested in a ocean-ready blue water cruising boat designed for performance and safety and comfort by the legendary Chuck PAINE and Ed Joy, manufactured in Costa Rica by Cabo Rico. I'll put some reviews about the boat in the comments, and in the detailed description you can find my email and send me a note if you're interested. We're in Bellingham, Washington.